Crispin George. Oh, shit. Yeah, what was that? Anyway, I just got out of the shower. And today is September 29th of 2025, and it's currently 1:12 p.m. in the afternoon. Um, so, what happened to my morning today? Well, I woke up around 10 a.m., which, well, I have classes at 9 a.m., but we really didn't, we don't have anything to do. I was aware of that, and so I just decided maybe just stay at home and do some much more productive things than just waiting inside a classroom. So I did fold my clothes, I washed some dishes, and took care of some things that I need to take care. And I finished my requirement that I have to pass for tomorrow. Um, I just really need to do one thing today, so tomorrow I can focus on reviewing for the assessment that the upcoming exam that I have. So far the day has been going great. I feel a little bit lazy actually right now because I don't know. I don't have the momentum yet. I have to find that momentum. Actually, I don't. Maybe I just have to start, and then the momentum follows along. But I guess I just really want to make this video before studying. I want to make sure that this is done. And so the reason why I recorded this late instead of earlier, because first of all, it was raining and I was thinking maybe you cannot hear me from all the thunders and storms coming, from the background noise. And also, I don't really want to record when when there's someone with me in the house. And so I just waited for my brother to leave for work, and then I don't know, I just sat here and I did something that I used to be scared of, which is unfollow a lot of people on social media. The reason is I want to keep social media as a pastime, not something that I would be doom scrolling for. And I don't really want to compare myself to people, and so I did unfollow a lot of people. Those mostly are friends and acquaintances that I have met along the way. We exchanged the socials, and I never really, I was thinking, does this person really affect me if I unfollowed them? Sure, they follow me, but that doesn't really, like, I don't open social media that much, so that doesn't really bother me. So what's the difference when unfollowing them? Well, why would I even unfollow them in the first place if I don't use social media that much? Good question. I don't know. I guess I just want to keep my life a little bit more private. I just want to limit what I see, and I want to limit all the things that will bring about negative stuff in my life. Of course, they're not gonna like bring me negative stuff. It's up to me whether I see it as negative or not. But sometimes there are moments that you just can't help but you compare yourself to their situation, and you just kind of feel like shit. Like, hey, this guy is doing so well. This person is doing so well. Why am I just sitting around here and just doing nothing? So I decided to just fuck it, unfollow. I don't really care. It wouldn't really bother me much. And so I did from, I think I unfollowed around 120 people or something. That's a lot. Uh, Although I don't have many followers, I did even out the numbers. Mostly, the most accounts that I follow is just, either celebrities or really close friends of mine, the people that I really want to keep in touch with. And what else? Some of the groups, businesses, and some meme accounts, and the stupid, silly things that is meant for me to see. Yeah, there's. a lot of things that I still have to work about. You know what? Earlier this day, I was thinking about getting abs again, but I really can't afford to be hungry all the time, especially that now that I am nearly close to graduating. It's so hard to be hungry, and I just can't risk, you know, my mental stability. Always being hungry, not being able to focus on my studies. I can't risk that. I can always get abs. I used to have visible abs, but it's not like super visible. You just have to have the correct lighting for you to see it. And the neighbors are screaming again. I don't know why are they screaming. But yeah, like I said, abs. Well, that's another project of mine in upcoming years. But right now, it's not really gonna work for me. What else? I was thinking about buying new clothes because I want to change my style. Something from the modern clothing of men. Like I don't know. I don't know how to describe the modern clothing of men. I wanted to try it out if suspenders would work for me because I kind of dig the old money or whatever that kind of style is. The old fashion, like with big with suits and stuff. And I like that. I like having that kind of style. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull it off because I am short, and that usually works for tall men. But I don't know. That's another thing that I really can't do something about because I don't have the money to, and I can't afford buying new clothes yet. And so I was thinking, this philosophy about something not owning, or I mean, having what is enough than having what is necessary. So I just asked myself, is the suit necessary? I mean, not really, having suits and stuff, especially in the tropical country where, having a lot of layers of clothing makes you 50 degrees hotter in Celsius. So I just, kind of brushed it off and think maybe I can, stick with to my style because I don't really care what others think of me now. I only care how I look or how I see myself. So, I'm just gonna dress the way I perfectly see fit. Of course, this is just appropriate, not like some. I'm not just gonna go wear underwear outside. I'm gonna dress fine, dress presentable, not something that just because I said I want to dress like so carelessly, I'm gonna wear casual outfits in a formal event. Of course, I'm gonna wear something proper that is presentable and appropriate. The word proper and appropriate sounds so redundant. Yeah. Um, I did finish my tea. This is my tea. Actually, it's my second mug of tea. I really like drinking tea much more often in the middle of the day, and now I am probably going to make the third mug. It smells moldy, but probably gonna make a third mug right now after this video, rather. Um, so yeah, that's it. Uh, hey, I just want to give a quick shout out to what's his name? Oh, Nebe Garso. He's my new subscriber. I subscribed around 11 hours ago. I mean, I don't know what video he watched, but thank you for subscribing. And if you are here and enjoying my bullshit, thank you for enjoying my bullshit and spent, listening to my bullshit again and my yapping and stuff. I really appreciate that. And, like I said, I don't have many viewers and I don't yearn for many viewers, but I'm still thankful if there are people coming in Just be thankful with whatever it is that comes into me. And that sounds so. Oh my god, my mind. Yeah, like I said, I'm just thankful whatever comes to my life. It's not like you can say, "Hey, I'm not grateful." Whew, so, what am I gonna do today? I don't know. After this, I'm gonna make tea and I'm gonna study and I'm gonna go to school because I have classes around 4 p.m. Which is I should probably end this video at 1:30 p.m. So I'm just gonna keep talking at 1:30, make some tea, and yeah. It's still raining, but not as strong as it did earlier. Thunders are less, it's a little less rain. Mm. Oh, and quick update to the stray cat that I've been feeding. Mr. Sheriff, or let's just call him Sheriff. Well, he's gotten closer to me and is now going inside my room. But I think he's outside. Just he went home, or if he has a home, then yeah, okay. He's not a stray cat anymore. But I can clearly feel and I can clearly see that we are both in a our relationship or my relationship with that cat is improving. I think he is a bit a li- trusting me a little bit more. Um, how can I say so? Well, for starters, he used to go down the ground floor of our house, and he just scouts there for something to eat and stuff. You know, when I go down and see him, it's just he just bolts away and just runs past me. But now, I saw him downstairs, and he just looked at me and just meowed and like crazy. And then I asked him, "Hey, what are you doing there?" He's just probably hunting out for something else, like moving cockroaches or rats. I don't know what he's hunting there, maybe spiders and stuff. But he is sticking around a little bit more. He's not really. He doesn't really trust me 100%. He still backs up whenever I get close to him, but he is letting me pet him, which is a lot for a cat. I think all of this, the days are passing. It gets a little bit easier for me, and I understand things a little bit well because the more that I take care of Sheriff or give him food, the more that I realize how slow relationships are the best kind of relationships. It's something that works. So I think it's been a few weeks since I've been feeding him. And no, let's just say 1 week. I've been feeding him for a week. That's long, slow process of just seeing him from once a day, and started feeding him, and just he just comes in and just expects me to be there, and I give it to him, and he's slowly starting to trust me, and it's wonderful, it's beautiful, it's life and stuff. And I wish I could have realized that sooner rather than with other relationships as well with humans, of course. But now I am beginning to understand the beauty of waiting and just being patient with it. It's not like I really want to get close with that cat. Of course, it's different from humans. Sometimes we get these feelings from humans that I really want to get to know you, and so it's so hard to wait. And with cats, it's a little bit of a different story, but the same process applies. You just have to wait. You just have to be patient with it and trust that the process is working. Even though that the cat still gets mad at me and hisses at me, I trust that I'm and my intentions are pure, and I really want to not entirely take care of that cat and own him and adopt him, but I just want to be friends with that cat. And somehow that process and the dynamic between me and the cat just heals me, and it made me understand the beauty and the process and the importance of slow relationships. And it's wonderful. And it's wonderful how, now I am starting to recognize boundaries. Whenever the cat just backs out a little bit, he's not hissing at me, but just backs out. I understand that he doesn't want to be touched or something. He doesn't want to be petted. The more that I study this, the more that I am aware of this, I am now beginning to realize that, yeah, humans, no, cats are like humans. They set boundaries, and boundaries are something that I should respect. And if they don't want to be bothered, then I shouldn't bother them, which something that I wasn't aware about before. And now that I am aware, it's kind of sucks that I didn't learn this earlier. But you know, I get better every day, at least 1% every day, if not 10%. But at least I am now realizing the things and the mistakes that I have made, and I think that is very wonderful. It heals me. I know I might have been repetitive, but I guess I'm just proud of myself for being here and being aware of my improved understanding and improved social awareness. Hopefully, when all of this is, you know, with enough practice with just the cats, maybe I'll be better with humans, and maybe at some point I'll be ready to take on relationships again and make new friends and be more secure within myself, because I just realized that I wasn't that secure. I'm an insecure guy, believe me, and I wasn't aware of that. I mean, I know the idea, but there's a big difference between knowing and being aware. I just know that I am insecure, but I wasn't aware of what part of me I am insecure. And turns out I still don't know. There's still so much more that I have yet to piece together. But at least now that I am aware of the things that I used to be ignorant about, and there's so much more that I am not aware of, and I'm ready to take on those kinds of things when it happens. So yeah, I guess that's just a wonderful story between me and Sheriff the cat. Uh, yeah. Oh, and quick update of also about me reading her message this morning. Well, I start to read things a little bit faster. Maybe because I've already, you know, inside my head, the words are already feeling itself out, and there's no different word, or nothing has changed from her message, and it's just the same all over again. It's just there to remind me how much of a fucking failure and disappointment I am, when it comes to relationships. And it still does hurt me. It still does sting a little bit, but at least it's doing its thing. It's reminding me to get up and be better, and just focus on the things that I need to work on, and whatever it is that I need to work on. It's so far it's been a good reminder. It's been 12 days since she left the message. And for 12 days, a lot has changed. A lot has happened to me, and I've I've seen better days. I've seen worse days in the span of 12 days. And I'm sure I'm gonna feel a little bit more shitty in the coming days, and a little bit better in the following weeks, and up until I move on. Of course, I'm still thinking about messaging her, but I haven't done it yet. So yeah, it's 1:32 p.m. I think I should probably go now and study and make my tea. Um, that is just a quick update. Just so you know, guys, if I'm starting to see the numbers go up a little bit, I'm starting to feel scared because more people are seeing my videos. It's not much, but you know, if people are seeing my videos, I gotta be careful with my words. Not like I'm saying anything controversial, but might be used against me. But I just want to let you know that I'm open to criticisms and such. And yeah, I appreciate you all for watching, and I am going to be out. Bye bye.